Okay, so here's what happens over the weekend. Patriot Prayer shows up in Portland. They're driving their trucks. They've got the Trump flags. And Antifa, because they own the streets and because the cops have been told to stand down, confrontation occurs. So the Patriot Prayer guys aren't shooting the members of Antifa who are trying to literally block traffic. Instead, they are macing them. So here's what some of the video looked like over the weekend. You can see they are firing mace from the windows to try and force the streets open, people getting out of the way. They were also firing paintballs at some of the Antifa members. Hey, is any of this good? Of course none of this is good. Where the hell are the cops? Where the hell are the feds? And the answer is Mayor Ted Wheeler is a garbage mayor. This stuff is predictable. When you leave the legitimate government monopoly on the use of force at the back door, then there will be something that fills the gap. And typically it tends to be tribal violence. Okay, that is what you are seeing in the streets. Okay, then a pro-Trump supporter was murdered. Literally just murdered on the street. Okay, so here is the video. It's troubling, obviously. You can't see it particularly well, but that is your warning. So you will see a man in the background walk up to another man and literally just shoot him point blank. And what you seem to be able to hear in the background is, "We got a Trumper here." Right? We have a Trump supporter, so that means time to murder him, apparently. Here's what that sounded like. Okay, so he just shoots the man's dead. He just shot a man to death right there on the street, this Antifa member. Okay, now we have some knowledge of who this guy is, because he is indeed an Antifa member. He is not a white supremacist who committed this murder. Okay, according to the New York Post, an ex-military man who calls himself 100% Antifa, 100% Antifa, and ready for war, is being investigated over the deadly shooting of a President Trump supporter in Portland, according to a report. His name is Michael Forrest Reinl, 48. He's being investigated over the death of Aaron Danielson, a supporter of the right-wing Patriot Prayer group who was part of a caravan of Trump supporters who flooded the city Saturday, police sources told the Oregonian. He was identified in part by a distinctive tattoo on his neck of a black power fist. Seems he had some politics, as well as a call from his estranged sister who recognized him in video and photos of the deadly attack. Apparently, he's estranged from most of the family, including his parents, after stealing from them. He regularly posts about Black Lives Matter and protests on his social media. He says, "I'm 100% Antifa all the way. I'm willing to fight for my brothers and sisters," insisting he would not run from the violence. Now, here's the thing. He was cited at a July 5th protest on allegations of possessing a loaded gun in a public place, resisting arrest, and interfering with police. He was then given a date to appear in court later that month, but the allegations were dropped on July 30th with no complaints, according to court records. No reason was given. The Multnomah County District Attorney's Office said it was reviewing the case. This is literally a case of a person who committed a criminal act but was on the right side of the leftist narrative, being released without any charges because the city of Portland decides not to prosecute anymore people who engage in crime at these protests so long as they have the right perspective. And then he went out and he murdered somebody. Okay, the response from members of the crowd when they found out that this happened were twofold. One, misinformation immediately went around that a Trump supporter had shot a black man, because this is what happens now. Right? Any story is immediately filled in by the internet with innocent black man shot. Right? This just happened in Minneapolis when a black murder suspect literally killed himself. Committed suicide, and rioting happened anyway. So the false story led to rioters targeting a gas station, because that makes perfect sense. It's the gas station's fault. That gas station is systemically racist, obviously. So there are the rioters targeting the gas station. Always a good look. Gathering at the petrol station, preparing for something or other. Okay, and then there was a BLM activist who literally told a group of people in Portland, "I am not sorry," this is a direct quote, "I'm not sorry an effing fascist died tonight." Now, is there any evidence this guy was a fascist, the victim in this case? Nope.
You're not angry, you're not paying attention. If you're not angry, you're not with me. Everybody needs to realize what's going on in our community can hold its own without the police. We can take out the trash on our own. I am not sad that a fucking fascist died tonight.
Well, I mean, there's no evidence the person's a fascist, but if you oppose the revolution, you're a fascist. That's the way communists speak.
Oi pessoal, tudo bem? Então nesse vídeo específico eu não vou colocar aquele áudio narrado que normalmente eu coloco, porque naquele áudio eu tô meio alegre e tal, e o assunto é triste, é delicado, é assim, assombroso até, né? Então Como uma forma de respeito, eu tô gravando esse áudio aqui especificamente para esse vídeo. É graças a esse pessoal incrível que eu posso estar trazendo conteúdo para vocês. Um grande abraço e até mais.